Saggy, hey there, it's Melissa here to do your weekly love reading for the week of woohoo. Just me, myself, and I. I don't know why that reminded me of that song, but anyway. So we are here to do your love reading for the week of September 14th through the 20th. If you have not already, please smash that subscribe button. You can click the all bell notification icon if you want to be notified when I upload or go live. There's some info down in the description box below if you would like to leave the page a donation or book a personal reading. Thank you so much. I appreciate any and all support. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It will not resonate for all of you. If it does resonate for you, please smash that like button for me. All right, you guys, I promised you a better reading this week. Let's do it. Come on, let's see your energy. Okay, I always see him as dipping out, but he could be dipping in. Knight of Swords in your energy. The Hermit in your person's energy. And the Two of Wands in the outcomes. Oh, I like this though. Look at this, babies. We got you guys a good overarching energy this week. We'll talk about it. And we're going to talk about that there could be some spying online and some happy everything coming. Oh my goodness, Ace of Wands. I can't even keep going with the Page of Wands. Flirty, loving, there's like tons of online spying going on. Like several different cards that mean that. So there's lots of checking up on each other, very inquisitive about each other. This must, I'm guessing, a new connection. Somebody's got your eye on now. If this is going to connect to last week's reading, it does not always. This might be a totally different group of Sagittarius this is for, but we are letting go of the person if this is the people from last week, and we have got some new, very good-looking prospects in our sights, and or just at least already in our energy fields. This would indicate it's that we had them in our vision already, maybe not in this like in person, but we're at least checking up. We're curious about them, they're curious about us, we're looking at each other online. Kind of an energy. This is the Ten of Cups. Regardless of who this is that you may have your eye on, I feel like there's some potential here. For sure, even if it's not the person that you have your eye on, there's potential of this happy everything coming. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card. Well, I've got several really favorite cards here. This is one of my favorite cards. It means happy everything. They've got the happy family. They're still madly in love. And, their cups are full. They have no empty cups sitting around. Because they know that they need to, connect to Creator, connect to higher self, pour into each other, pour into their kids, pour into the world, but they need to pour into themselves first, and that's always going to be mandatory. Self-love is the best love. And then we get to spill the love all over the place if we want to, you know what I mean? All right, so let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. This is one of my favorite. This is good fortune coming your way. It could be bad fortune if you put bad things into the universe, I will say that. So when this does come up, be wary of your actions, and your mind. We actually do have the ability to change our thoughts. So when we do get into a negative mindset, maybe because somebody's hurt us or whatnot, we end up accidentally wishing ill things on them, not dangerous or anything, but that they will feel the hurt that they've given us or whatever it is. So this is just reminding us that whatever we kind of throw out into the other worlds thought-wise is what's going to come back. So this, again, traditionally will signify good luck, but if we're not mindful, it could be bad luck coming our way. So good luck coming our way if we can keep our thoughts, we can have thoughts start that are not necessarily pure, and we get to switch those thoughts onto, I understand that people never hurt me because they want to. People hurt me because they're hurting, and I wish them, all the best, and by wishing them that, all the best will come my way. So good luck is coming. This is like tables turning into your favor, okay? As long as we're doing good things. We can't, we cannot hurt people and expect good fortune to come our way. That's just not how life works. All right. Anyway, we got in your energy field. This is so funny because this is straight from last week, okay? You're dipping. Like, good for you. You are running off in, whatever direction, far away from anything that doesn't serve you. That's what I feel like. For this Knight of Swords, snipping things out that don't serve you, running quickly out of the direction of anything harmful in your life. The person you have in mind, so the person maybe we're spying on, or spying is such a strong word. That is like, this is not spying anymore. This is how we actually interact as human beings now, since COVID-19, but just period, since social media became a big thing. You want to feel people out before you give them your, 3D attention, and that's fine. Feel people out. Like, absolutely, don't just blindly run into situations. So, spying is not the right word. Inquiring about people, looking, checking things out, evaluating things. But your person here, now I don't know if this is your person from last week that needed some healing, or if this is somebody completely new, but hermit mode, either way, is a lovely space to be. This is somebody who's a little more, kind of, they've done some serious soul searching, okay? And they're contemplating on which way to go now. Do they continue on, or do they turn back and kind of forget everything they've seen and learned? I think this is always going to indicate them growing, learning, and continuing to go down that path of growing and learning. This is the Two of Wands for the outcome of this relationship or this connection that you have in mind. The Two of Wands is, I've always seen it as just kind of in a love reading, that the choice is you. Like, whatever it is, you guys have chosen each other. Like, that there was a choice, but the choice has been made, and that you guys are each other's choice. That's what I get off the Two of Wands. I think it also signifies action after thought. So, whatever that means. Maybe you guys have been doing some inquiring online, about each other, just looking into social media, stuff like that. And this is now after the Ace of Wands, which we did see over there. So which is kind of like the thought or the idea of doing, this new connection, jumping into this new connection. And this is that now coming into action. So we're putting our first mode of action. Well, there's the Ace of Wands again, wanting to pop out. Wow. Look at all this stuff. I'm not taking pop-outs, am I? No, I'm not. So we can talk about them a little bit. This is a lot. This is putting the work in, cutting things out that don't serve you. This is wonderful energies that we just saw here. So the Empress, very grounded, earthly, motherly, nurturing. The King of Swords did come out. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, you are in your power. This isn't, your element or anything. But I've been seeing a lot of these swords in people's energies because we have come to a space, after all we've been through here in the USA, or globally, actually, where we are cutting things out that don't serve us. Because we know now how precious life is. It's like we all were in almost a zone, or like a trance for so long. Kind of just letting, things even that didn't feel good to us in our energy fields. We are no longer doing that. We are like, you know what? Life is too precious to be having somebody around who makes me feel uncomfortable, makes me feel unhappy. So, and also the wisest king in the deck, as far as I'm concerned, just very informed, very wise, very knowledgeable. One of my favorite kings, the King of Swords, does not, and very good at communicating. We did end up with all these cards that, what the heck, I did shuffle it afterwards, right? We ended up with all the cards that popped out. This is somebody willing to put in the work. This is you. You're willing to put in the work, and, again, with something that does serve you. Not with things that don't serve you anymore. You are done with that. But you are willing to work on things that do serve you, and it looks like that one of my favorite readers says that fortune is on the horizon. This can be in love, or maybe you're just working on that bag and you're only concerned about money right now. Wonderful. We did get the Ace of Wands. I swear I shuffled them. Maybe I didn't. So the Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning, or it can just be a new inspiration for a new beginning as well. Like I said, it's before the action is taken, there's this thought, this sort of inspiration. And it can mean just really, you might have your eye on somebody that is really piquing your interest, is what I would say. In your person's energy, oh, this is, I think, your person from last week. I don't know. It is what it is. They maybe have made some decisions to take wins in situations that will hurt others. Basically, taking a win when it will hurt others, just disregarding others because you know, they're in fight mode and and that puts them in this 5. So we got the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Cups. So I believe when you act like this 5 of Swords, this, you know, again, winning a fight no matter who it hurts, disregarding everybody else's feelings around you, you end up in this 5 of Cups, which is this alone. You're alone. Nobody wants to be around that kind of person that is out there, you know, just, again, aggressively. It's you know, I want to be sensitive about this because this is this is a sad space to be in. This is, nobody wants to be here. Oftentimes this comes from a place of reaction because they've been through some things, okay? Don't ever put yourself in a situation, Sagittarius, where people's things that they've been through start to affect you negatively. That's not your job. That's not what the Creator wants for you. That's not what the divine wants for you. And that's not your job. That's not, you know, we can send love vibrationally, but we can't allow people like this in until they've done the hermit work. And I think it looks like they're trying to. So that is good. And looks like it's taking some strength on their part. It's important that you have your strength as well and do kind of separate from the situation. This might be a Leo that you're dealing with. Could be a, I think that's Taurus or air or water. Either way, you guys, it could be anybody. This person is really hurting, and it's not their fault usually, but it is, okay, so we aren't responsible for the pain we caused ourselves, or the pain we caused ourselves. That's not how I meant to say that. We aren't responsible for the pain that was caused, let's say in our childhoods or whatever. But as adults, we are responsible to heal those pains. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, we're bad people, but if we choose to go this sort of fighting against the world route instead of healing our pain, that is our fault. Like, that genuinely is so, and that's when you have to let somebody go. Is when they are in a space of the pain's too deep for them to decide to heal it or whatever. People are afraid of, like, I think missing out or losing out on the fun, which, how fun is it to be just in this miserable state of mind? Not fun, but for whatever reason, oftentimes feeding addictions or things like that, or attention outside sources, which we talked about last week, feels like the only way out when it's actually the only way to not get out. All right, so the outcome here. Now, this doesn't have to be together if this is this person. However, it looks like it is. It looks like we might not be quite done with them yet, but we're trying to make decisions that are for our betterment of ourselves, and we will eventually do that, okay? And maybe this now is looking like choosing you. You're going to need to choose you in this situation. You need to choose yourself always, and if you have to sacrifice any bit of yourself, especially your happiness, or sanity, or worthiness, self-worth, for anybody, that is not a situation that you're supposed to be in. However, we learn from them, so what is supposed to be, right? We learn from them, but I would just say, know that you're worth not staying in a situation like this, and you're not stuck. But we also need to wait until we feel ready to go. So that is what it is. It does look like there's some passion in the situation, so that's always hard to walk away. I remember this feeling so well. I mean, from family members to best friends who, you know, I was in love with, a best friend who I was in love with, that we had, you know, this strong, passionate connection. We didn't do anything about it because we were just friends, but having to walk away from situations you're not over it's difficult. But when you do that, the good Lord, the Creator, whatever you want to say, the divine rewards you wildly, because you are walking away from a situation that you love, even because you know it doesn't actually serve the betterment of you. That's a tough space to be in, you guys. That's like a really tough space to be in, but it's rewarded every single time. So I'm going to get you guys a Power of Love card. I'm just going to send you all my love because, again, these situations are not easy. And they do become easier to walk away. There's like points where you can almost magnetically, you can't walk away. I just encourage you to do as much mindful work as you can. Meditation, self-love, affirmations, for real. Knowing your worth is going to be mandatory in getting out of a situation. But I will say to you, once you do get out of a situation like this, the stronger you become from walking away, right? And the easier it will be to walk away from things that don't serve you in the future. That's real. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Aw, I love you guys. You guys are one of my favorite signs, just so passionate and loving. And anyways, again, send love, do what you got to do, but I always encourage just really start getting into the self-love department. That's, my favorite space to be, is when you're really loving yourself. Nobody can hurt you anymore. That's real. People can do things that are hurtful, right? But you are, when you work out that self-love, self-worth muscle, it's easier to cut things off, run away from things that you feel at the first sign of toxicity. So I love you guys so much. I will see you next week.